5 important facts about Shell Helix. 1. Shell Helix is the world's first carbon-neutral motor oil made from natural gas.
2. Shell Helix protects your engine, even in the most extreme temperatures.
3. Shell Helix improves fuel efficiency and helps reduce emissions.
4. It's designed to provide ultimate engine performance without compromise.
And 5. Shell Helix is the only motor oil used, trusted and recommended by Scuderia Ferrari.
And you can use it in your car too. Incredible.
All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Purple Sector, and we are back for the United States Grand Prix. Yamboy, Andy, and Miles, we are complete, finally. Unahin natin yung absent last week. Yamboy, how are you?
Yes, hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Purple Sector. Yes, busy pero syempre,
Welcome back.
di natin pwedeng kalimutan. Oo, di natin pwedeng kalimutan itong ating paboritong sport,
Yes, definitely.
Formula 1 United States Grand Prix. Miles, kumusta?
Miles, how are you?
I miss you guys.
Good evening sa lahat. Good evening sa mga nanonood sa atin sa YouTube, sa Facebook. It's Tuesday night once again, and welcome to another edition of the Purple Sector. And tonight we're going to talk about what happened in Austin last weekend.
Maraming nangyari, di ba?
Maraming nangyari. Didi, your turn,
Yeah.
Andy.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, kung saan man kayo, wherever and whenever you are watching this show. Welcome to the Purple Sector. This is our post-race breakdown show after the United States Grand Prix. And yes, maraming nangyari, and we are going to touch on a few things later tonight. So, take it away, guys.
All right. So before we give everything to Mr. Talyar TV, we have this. Don't forget, we're still going to give out tons of like this. Thank you, Shell Helix and Shell V-Power. So, ganun din, we're going to have 3 questions later on. Tell your friends about it. We're going to give out this Shell Helix toolkit and sunshade. It's not in the photo, and the gray polo shirt, Shell Helix polo shirt. So thank you so much, Shell Helix and Shell V-Power. So we're gonna start the US Grand Prix. Yamboy.
All right. So, we'll be discussing tonight the Formula 1 United States Grand Prix. Napuyat ako dito. Grabing grabing puyatan, pero anyway, the race was so-so, pero maraming nangyari after the race. And during syempre kasi sprint weekend kasi ito, so we expect a lot of things na mangyayari, which will be explained later, no? So, ito na nga, the Formula 1 United States Grand Prix 2023. Siyempre, sprint weekend, so Friday qualifying. Yan yung una after FP1, qualifying na kagad sila. So we have here for the first time Manong Alonso, who was always in the Q3. Ngayon, bagsak na si Manong sa Q1 pa lang.
Akala ko nakalimutan mo na si,
so yan,
yung green na car.
Oo. Aston Martin. Hindi pwedeng kalimutan kasi awang-awa ako dito eh. Kasi, alam mo, for the first half of the season, ang ganda niya, very promising yung car. Pero ngayon kasi, they're really struggling because of the new upgrades na ginawa. So, they decided here na gawin ulit yung previous nila na setup. Pero anyway, ito na nga, ang
Resulta.
bottom 5 natin for Q1. We have Hulkenberg, Alonso, Alex Albon, Lance Stroll, and Logan Sargent. Now, sa Q2 naman, ang eliminated dito is we have Tsunoda, Joe, Bottas, Magnussen, and Daniel Ricciardo. This is his first race after his injury. So,
Yeah, Daniel
guys,
Ricciardo.
let's talk about Daniel Ricciardo muna. Unlike Logan Sargent, I mean, sinalang lang kaagad siya and the kid performed well. What can you say about the performance of Daniel Ricciardo right here? Miles.
Well, we all know that for me, bakit sinalang agad si the Honey Badger or Daniel Ricciardo in the US Grand Prix is because we all know the Honey Badger Daniel Ricciardo is well loved by social media, by the media, by everyone, di ba? He's just like a poster boy, di ba? With all this big grin and everything. Poster boy. And they're trying to win the American market, di ba? The F1 trying to win the American market. So, it's the right time that he na bumalik siya sa F1 during the Australian Grand Prix in COTA, in Circuit of the Americas, in Austin, di ba? Pansinin nyo, kahit ngayong balbas ni Daniel Ricciardo, di ba? Parang pina-American style pa yung pagka-cut. Anyway.
Napansin mo yun, Miles,
So,
ha?
yun na nga.
Grabe.
Ha?
Napansin mo yun, ha? Grabe.
Yes. Yun nga, di ba? Parang he's trying to, actually during pre-race interviews, he was wearing cowboy boots, di ba? So, parang Texan ang talagang
Texas.
dating, di ba?
Yeah.
So he's parang trying to be an ambassador, poster boy for F1, di ba? On behalf of the whole F1 world, di ba? Trying to be a poster boy sa America. So it's right na he as I mentioned, it's right na bumalik siya after his hand injury in Austin. But as you can see, medyo lackluster ang kanyang performance. Kita naman natin, FP1 pa lang, di ba? Parang medyo nangangamote siya, di ba? Well, I can't blame him, di ba? Ikaw, you've been out of the seat for how many weeks, di ba? So, bigla ngayon salang, di ba? Kahit na injury, iba kasi yung wala kang ginagawa kaysa sa injury din eh. You're out of the seat dahil wala kang ginagawa, yun, talagang mangangalawang ka. Mas lalo na pag you're out of the seat because of injury, kasi you cannot go to the simulator to practice, eh. Diba? Kasi because of your hand injury. So, talagang, well, lackluster performance, probably due to his absence. Yun lang yung aking masasabi. Pero, pace-wise, misdriving ang AlphaTauri. So, ang given. Given.
That's the word, given.
Sorry, AlphaTauri fans. AlphaTauri fans, diba?
Yeah.
Well, already given.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, he was performing well. However, since yung penultimate corner 19 ba yun, na lahat ng drivers nagkakaproblema doon because they're exceeding track limits. Kaya nadidelete yung mga times nila. So, actually, Ricardo was P10 during this time, pero na-delete yung oras niya because he exceeded track limits. Kaya, yun. He was dropped at the bottom of the list sa Q2. Anyway, here is our Q3. Ito, Max Verstappen, pole position na sana. This is the pole position, kita nyo, 0-0-0 na. The problem is, before he turned dito sa last corner, so yung second to the last corner, ayan, makikita natin, lumampas si Max, no? All four tires, lumampas siya dun sa white line. Kaya, he wasn't able to take P1, napunta kay Charles Leclerc yung P1 niya. So, his time was deleted. Ayan, race control. Car number 1, time 1.34.7718 deleted due to track limits at turn 19. And then, kaya yon si Charles Leclerc ang nakakuha ng P1. Ito yung final natin na top 10. Leclerc, Norris, Hamilton, Sainz, George Russell, Max Verstappen dropped to number 6. Gasly, Ocon, Perez, and Piastri. All right. So that is the qualifying. The results for the qualifying will be the grid
Sundays.
position
Sunday's
for
race.
the final race on Sunday. All right. So after this Saturday sprint shootout, so since the FIA received a lot of complaints from the drivers kasi nga dahil dun sa hindi nila maiwasan na lumampas talaga doon sa racetrack doon sa turn 19. So what the FIA did is nilaparan nila yung white line para at least pasok pa din yung kotse kahit lumampas siya from the original na ito. Ito yung original. So they extended the paint para at least wala nang reklamo and wala nang madidelete na time. Kasi time deletion is parang yan yung isa sa pinaka nakakainis while watching the qualifying.
Yes, correct.
Ganda na sana
Yes.
yung oras. Tapos biglang binibigyan pa ang iba ng penalty after they were interviewed na, di ba? After they were interviewed, okay, what can you say? P1, P2, P3, and then after the race, all the fans madidisappoint lang kasi after that bibigyan na sila ng penalty because of the track limit. So good thing the FIA extended the white line. So sa sprint shootout here, okay, ito guys, pag-usapan natin sandali si George Russell kasi napansin ko masyado na siyang maraming error nung time na nag-improve na ang McLaren. Would you agree with me? Parang
Mercedes
medyo
Mercedes.
Oo,
Mercedes,
kasi he was doing good. Hindi. He was doing good for the first half and then nung nakita natin na the papayas were improving, diyan na nagkaroon ng maraming error si George Russell. Yan yung napansin ko. Parang medyo may pressure siguro kasi lagi na siyang kolelat kay Lewis eh. Unlike the 2022 season, mas maganda yung scoring niya, mas maganda yung performance niya kay Lewis. Ngayon kasi naiiwan na siya ni Lewis.
Bakit kaya?
Tapos, I mean, he and Lando are good friends, di ba? So parang nakikita niya na siguro na,
Lando is improving.
maganda. Maganda na itong takbo nitong mga papaya boys. Tapos paano ako? Kasi lagi siyang 6. Lagi siyang bottom. Lagi siyang malayo siya kay Lewis eh. So yun lang yung napansin ko dito. I hope, George, just drive the car. Kung si Toto pa, huwag mo na isipin yung mga ano. Kasi sayang. They can actually gain more points, di ba? If very close sila ni Lewis. Pero here on this race, Lewis Hamilton was doing good. Kaya di ko alam ano nangyari dito kay George. Maganda pa naman sana. Kaya dito kasi, he was impeding Charles Leclerc. Kaya dito sa radio ni Charles, sabi niya, and penalty for Mr. Russell. Thank you. So,
Ang polite pa ni Charles.
oo. So, nabigyan siya ng 5-second penalty dito. So, sayang. Kawawa naman. George, just drive the car. Kung si Toto.
Drive the car.
Okay. So, eliminated in sprint shootout 1 is Hülkenberg, Kevin Magnussen, Valtteri Bottas, Yuki Tsunoda, and Sargent. Tapos, dito, nag-exhibition pa si Max sa SQ2. siguro sa sobrang bilis niya, i-try niya baliktarin yung racetrack. Pero dumulas pa si Max dito dahil dun sa this was the ultimate turn. So he needed to run again para ma-improve niya itong run niya na ito. So SQ2 eliminated. We have Daniel Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso, Esteban Ocon, Lance Stroll, and Zhou Guanyu. And then this is our final three sa sprint shootout. Charles Leclerc second, Hamilton third, and Max Verstappen first. So we have the Saturday sprint. Dito na natin makikita after this, ano kaya ang masasabi ninyo dito? Ito, Jong, okay lang ba yung lumabas si Lewis yan and hindi siya nabigyan ng penalty? This was on turn 1.
Yeah,
Iniwasan niya si Charles Leclerc dito.
Yun na nga, iniwasan Charles Leclerc. So, I'm not quite sure but surprised din ako bakit parang wala siyang doon. Although, iniwasan niya, I don't know, hindi masyado ako
Ano yan eh,
Ikaw, Andy.
this is the, parang, ewan ko kung written but or unwritten rule ng F1. You know how sometimes they refer to turn 1, lap 1? Diba? Sinasabi yan nila kasi, yung mga incidents during lap 1, especially turns 1 or 2, FIA, the stewards, we tend to be a bit more lenient
lax.
kung when it comes to that, diba? Kasi ang reasoning daw nila dyan is, well, it's the start of the race, so so malamig pa ang mga gulong ng mga sasakyan, tapos yeah, it's turn 1, so talagang chaotic yan kasi everyone is packed together, diba? Tapos makikita nyo ang lapit pa ng mga racers natin dyan, so there's more tendency for accidents to occur, mistakes to occur, kaya they're more lenient. So I think that's why na medyo yun nga naging mas forgiving ang ating mga ang ating mga stewards, I should say, towards this incident.
Yeah. Yam, before you proceed, let's check out the Doward Taakos. Yeah, pwede rin racing incident yan. Yeah. Track limits, there you go. Christian Yanko, na-depress ako as a Merc fan. Yes, ako din nagulat. Bakit nagkaganon? Jezer Gandeza, forgiving sila sa lap 1 and turn 1. Yep, that's what Andy is trying to say. All right, keep your comments coming. So, Yam, let's proceed.
Yeah, okay. Let's say forgiving sila sa lap 1, turn 1. However, parang nangyari kasi dito is Lewis gained an advantage.
Yeah,
after
yun
that
lang.
incident. Diba? Yun lang. Pero kung sa ibang angle siguro yun, mukhang, let's review natin. Baka makita natin na, hindi kasi this is the only angle I got. So makikita natin dito, sa first turn, nauna si Max Verstappen, tapos second si Charles Leclerc, and third si Lewis Hamilton. Baka pagdating kasi dito, nauna na yung front wing ni Lewis kay Charles, kaya kahit nakalabas siya dun nauna yung front wing niya before siya lumabas dun sa track, kaya na-award pa din sa kanya kaya hindi siya nabigyan ng penalty. So hopefully ganon, kasi
most probably.
pati si Charles wala naman siyang reklamo, pati si Charles Leclerc hindi naman siya nagreklamo regarding this matter. So anyway, para clear lang, at least eto makikita natin, nauna na si Lewis Hamilton from Charles Leclerc. Pero Lando Norris and the McLaren, really, pinapahirapan nila lagi itong the two
Ferrari.
Scarlet Cars. Oo. Talagang,
Their nemesis ever since.
huge. Yeah, huge improvement. I would have loved to be Miles right now na every race may improvement. Oh, Miles, what can you say about the the papaya boys here?
Well, um, actually, I'm being a papaya, team papaya, di ba? McLaren fan, but I was not quite happy during the Austin Grand Prix because, as you all know, the star in Qatar fizzled, di ba? You all know what happened to him. Di ba? The star in Qatar fizzled. Well, magandang ano na. Well, nice rhyme. And also, side kwento na lang. Like to congratulate pala our fellow kababayan.
Oh, yeah.
Si Racer
Oh,
Kuya,
yes.
Bianca Bustamante will be racing for F1 Academy next year under Team Papaya with the Team Papaya, the McLaren livery on her car, diba? So, very good from Team Prema, from Prema Racing to McLaren Development. Yeah, very good, very good. Well, anyway, back to that. Speaking of McLaren, di ba? As I've said, the star in Qatar fizzled, di ba? Parang he struggled in Austin. And Lando did well, di ba? As you can see, di ba? Parang hindi ko ma-imagine noon na a McLaren would be battling a Red Bull, di ba? But right now, di ba? Nakita natin Max and Lando, 'di ba, are ano bang term nung ginagamit ng mga racing F1 pundits natin, their elbows are sticking out, then 'di ba, parang
Yeah.
makipagbakbakan talaga. So good thing for McLaren for that. Good thing for Andreas. Good thing for Zach, for everyone on the team back there in MTC, 'di ba? Good job guys, good job guys. Para para akong
Okay.
I sounded like a driver, di ba? Parang thanking everyone at the team. Thanking everyone at NTC. Well, McLaren Technologies. Well,
Alright,
anyway,
Yam.
na-carried away lang.
Carried away
Sorry,
ka na.
sorry.
Hindi halata, hindi halata.
Okay. So talking about the star in Qatar, which is Oscar Piastri. Imagine a papaya car is challenging a Red Bull car. No, this one is Checo. This one is Oscar Piastri. Dito muntika na si Checo. Dito nakuha ni Oscar. And then here pakikita natin napakaganda nung position ni Lando Norris. He's running fourth. Tapos Charles Leclerc pa, alam na natin yung kotse niya may problema, medyo mabagal sila. Kaya Lando can easily challenge them. So here Carlos Sainz versus Lando Norris. Yan, very close. Nakuha ni Lando yan. And then, ito yung sinasabi ko, the star in Qatar, Oscar Piastri, challenged the Red Bull here. Muntika na si Checo Perez dyan, pero buti na lang nakalusot pa din siya. And eventually, after this lap right here, medyo may overheating issues kotse ni Oscar Piastri, no? Because as we all know, Oscar Piastri, ang ugali niya is like a champion. Una pa lang, bakbakan na para at least konti na lang ang problema pagdating sa unahan, or at least meron na siyang clear air after the other cars na makuha niya.
Yam,
Ito, London. Sige.
let me also add what happened to Oka Wonderboy, the star in Qatar. Dami na pangalan ng Piastri. Anyway, isa rin nag-contribute sa kanyang DNF, sa kanyang sa race was his collision with Esteban, diba? Esteban, the Alpine of Esteban Ocon. Diba? They had a
Yeah,
collision.
that's during
why
Miles, that is
Yes.
during the Sunday race. Nasa ano pa tayo? Sprint.
Okay. Sprint pa pala. Sorry.
Sprint pa to, sprint.
Medyo nauna.
Sa sprint,
Apologies. My apologies. Sorry.
Yeah.
sa
Yam,
sprint,
wait.
Okay.
Time out yan. Before you proceed, meron lang comment dito. Doward Tacos, buti na lang may ganitong page tungkol sa F1 bilang lang Pinoy na F1
thank
na
you, sir.
fans ng F1. Thank you,
Salamat
Doward.
po.
So, tell your friends about it. Baka mas marami ka pang friends na, who is, an enthusiast or a fan with F1. Tell them about us. And Jezer Candeza, unpopular opinion, Piastri will win before Lando. Those two McLaren guys
Ewan
right
ko
here
kung
will be
unpopular
able
pa
to
ba yan
answer.
these days.
Ano?
Ewan ko kung matatawag pa natin yan unpopular opinion. It's
already-
becoming more and more a possibility.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah. Ewan ko ano mangyayari if Piastri does manage to do that. Ewan ko ano mangyayari if Piastri wins before
Actually,
Lando. Pero
Andy.
Go, Miles.
Andy. Actually, nauna na talagang nanalo si Oscar Piastri. It was a sprint race, di ba?
Yeah,
sprint
tama,
Even
race,
though
yeah,
it's just a sprint race, but
So
he
GP.
really won, di ba?
So
He won.
GP siguro.
Na-
Grand
na-
Prix win.
yeah, Grand Prix.
That's GP, di ba? Pero, di ba? Lando
Grand Prix.
didn't even win a sprint race, di ba?
Correct.
Not unlike
Exactly. Yeah.
Oscar Piastri, who won a sprint race on his first season. Di ba?
Yeah.
So, really promising.
So that's why
So-
pinag-awayan talaga si Piastri ng McLaren.
That is why. That's why he's
Alpine
called
ba?
Wonder
Alpine,
Boy.
right?
Right?
Oo, tama.
Yeah, Alpine.
Yeah.
Kaya nga natin sila binyagang Wonder Boy. Di ba?
Yeah, yun na nga.
If you have just joined us, we have been doing Purple Sector for 3 years na yata. 3 years na tayo, Jong, di ba?
2 years.
We've been
2 years, 2 years.
3 years,
Yeah,
di
2
ba?
years.
2 years.
2 years pa.
We've been doing this for 2 years. Nakita natin how Oscar Piastri, yung the drama ng Oscar Piastri, di ba? On how he got an F1 seat. So that's why we called him Wonder Boy, di ba? Kaya, yun na nga. Well,
Teka.
sa
Christian
natitirang
Yanko?
rookie, lalagyan.
Yeah, Christian Yanko
Ganun
in
lang.
YouTube. May kaklase akong nahawa na nanood ng F1 kaya now lagi kaming nagdi-discuss at school after every Grand Prix. Masaya lang may yes, definitely. It's very nice to discuss, especially if, you both love this sport. That's why we're here. We're talking about it. So tell your friends about it. Join us and yun, let's have fun. Yam?
Okay, before I proceed, Christian Yanko, actually nag-umpisa ang Purple Sector sa ganyan ding sistema, no? Nag-usap lang kami ni Jong one time. He went to my office. Bay, napanood mo yung karera kagabi? Wow. And then, why not do a show about F1? Kaya, doon din kami nag-umpisa. So, yan, masaya talaga pagka pare-parehas ng hilig. So, yun lang, Christian. Nag-umpisa din kami sa ganyang sistema nyo. So, malay mo, kayo na ang mga future F1 titos.
Yeah. It all happened, Yam, because Verstappen won.
Yeah.
Hamilton got robbed. Okay, enough with that. That's very long time ago.
Okay. Sige. Hindi pa ma-accept ni Jong. Bye. Acceptance lang yan. Alright. So dito, we see, yung performance nga nitong Papayas, talagang, I feel proud kahit hindi ako masyadong I don't know the history of this team, pero unlike Miles, ganun talaga. At saka, idol ko si Miles kasi nga, Miles can criticize and Miles can, di ba? Dapat ganun tayo sa mga teams natin eh. Kaya ako, grabe na ang criticism ko dito sa Mexicano eh. Kakainis na talaga.
Checo your
And
voice.
Jong Din can openly criticize his team. So I hope yung mga bagong nanonood ngayon, since fan tayo, wag na natin silang ilagay sa altar, pwede din sila natin pagalitan sa isip natin or
definitely.
even sa social media kasi if you are proud, then go ahead. And if you are disappointed, let them know that you are disappointed, di ba? So ganun lang talaga. Anyway, very
Moving
short
on.
lang ito. After this, Perez took Carlos Sainz. Dalawang kotse ang naka-overtake kay Carlos. So, yun. And then, Max Verstappen took the checkered flag. So, here are the results of our sprint. We have Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc, Norris, Perez, Carlos Sainz, Russell, Gasly, Albon, and Piastri. Piastri, hindi na niya pinush yung car niya, pero while I was watching this, I was hoping that they would have retired the car to save mileage, pero wala na din silang magawa kasi park firme conditions na, wala nang adjustment pa. Kaya yun, siguro pinatuloy na lang nila kahit man lang sana sa 8 siya, pero hindi talaga niya nakayanan kasi for the sprint hanggang 8 lang yung may points, itong 9 and 10 wala na. Alright, then here's our winner, Max Verstappen. So sa sprint classification, ito na yung top 10 natin. And then we have the Sunday race. This one is fun. Ito na naman. P1, Charles Leclerc. P2, Lando Norris. P3, Lewis Hamilton. P4, Carlos Sainz. Pero, pagdating sa approaching turn 1, masyado nang malayo si Charles Leclerc kay Lando Norris. Ang ganda ng reaction time ni Lando dito. And makikita din natin nakasingit na si Lewis Hamilton dito. Naunahan nila lahat si Charles. So, turn 1, nakalusot pa din si Charles Leclerc dito. And then we have Lando Norris up front. And then a little bit of struggle between wheel-to-wheel race between Lewis Hamilton and Carlos Sainz. And of course, the world champion is just lurking, just testing his patience. Wag muna kasi turn 1 pa ito. Let's just see what happens. Anyway, kaya ko naman lahat 'yan. Kung ako si Max, ganun yung iisip ko. Here, ayan, after the turn 1, ito na naman, maraming napunta sa off the track. Pero Lando Norris, followed by Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. And then number 4 pa din itong si Lewis Hamilton. And then, ito na, linya na. Medyo maganda na yung pace ni Norris dito. 1.36 na kagad siya from Charles Leclerc. And then right here, lap 3, we have a 3-car battle between George Russell, si Esteban Ocon, and si
The Mexican.
Checo, the Mexican.
Checo.
Pero ako, bilib na sana ako dito. Wow, ganun. Sus, meron palang damage yung kotse ni Ocon dito. Ito na yung sinasabi ni Miles na dun sa turn 1 nila na incident na nasagi ni Oscar Piastri ang front wing ni Esteban Ocon, kaya malaking nawala doon sa kanyang downforce. So akala ko Checo was back, yun pala ang bagal pala nung kotse ni Ocon. Dito nakuha na niya kasi if Checo was doing good, and this is a Mercedes, which is, alam mo naman kung ako si Checo, ay kayang-kaya ko yan, Mercedes yan eh. Pero pinahirapan siya ni George Russell dito, hindi talaga niya nahabol. And then here, dito natin nakita talagang takaw si Lewis na manalo. Dito, from fourth, una niyang kinlear si Carlos Sainz. And then, palitan sila ni Max. Si Max naman, kinlear naman niya si Carlos Sainz dito. And then after this, eventually, Lewis Hamilton cleared Charles Leclerc. Yeah. And then right here, lap 7, Ocon was informed by his team na to retire the car. Kasi dito makikita natin, this is Oscar Piastri, nadikit siya doon, kaya malaki yung naging front wing damage ni Esteban dito, kaya he decided to retire the car. Esteban has the most retirement of this season na. So, Esteban, yan yung problema ni Manong Alonso when he was with Alpine. Lagi din silang nadi-DNF. Can you remember that? And kaya inis na inis pa si Manong Alonso because bakit si Esteban hindi nadi-DNF? Si Alonso lang ang nadi-DNF. Unlike daw dun sa Honda team niya before, at least man lang daw yung dalawang kotse ang nadi-DNF. Sa Alpine daw, bakit yung kotse lang ni car number 14 lang lagi ang nadi-DNF. So, yun yung struggle niya. Kaya Ocon, dasal ka lang. Na sana gumaling palagi yung kotse mo. Anyway, eto. So, the world champion, Max Verstappen, cleared Charles Leclerc na for lap 11. And then after this, okay. So, dito hindi pa pala niya na-clear. They had a battle pa. Tapos, pag approaching turn 1 sila, okay, let me explain this one. No? After this kasi, after this wheel-to-wheel battle dito, Charles was outside the track na naman. Pero, hindi ma-accuse si Max na pushing another car out of the racetrack. Kasi dito makikita natin nauna na yung front wing ni Max Verstappen. So, he owned the corner na. Kaya dito walang nagawa si Charles kundi iwasan si Max. Iwasan siya kasi nga nauna na yung ilong ni Max from his car. Kaya iniwasan niya dito. Pero after this incident, he still tried to overtake Max pero hindi niya na nakayanan. Kaya Max cleared Charles Leclerc here for third position. And then here Max took the lead from Lando Norris. So at least Lando led the Grand Prix for 28 laps. Miles, wala pang nakagawa nito so far, di ba? Against Max Verstappen. Tama ba?
Yeah. Yun ang sabi ko kanina, di ba? Yun yung sabi ko kanina na, di ba? A McLaren is battling a Red Bull. Who would imagine that? Like, hindi mo maiisip yan at the start of the season or last season, di ba? Parang hindi mo maano na, di ba, parang munti ka na nga maging backmarker na binyagan natin as backmarker ang Team Papaya. But very good leaps and bounds, di ba? Ano yun, I forgot ilang laps yun yan. Like, he led almost nearly 30 laps. 28. Yeah. 28 laps. 28 laps against Max Verstappen. Yes, very good. Very good fit for Lando and the team. And thank you guys once again sa...
Yeah.
But still,
okay. Do you guys think McLaren had their strategy wrong? So tingin niyo, palpak ba yung strategy nila on this race? Kasi makikita niyo, Lando was on hards. I think they were planning 2 stops, maybe 2 stops, parang ganun.
Actually, ang ano kasi dito
more effective.
Almost
so, tingin niyo,
almost all teams kasi opted to do one-stop strategy. And yun na nga, there are a lot of factors na parang bumago sila ng strategy. Which was unang-una, hindi nila alam ano nangyari, bakit naging super bumpy na talaga ang quota. It wasn't like this last year, I guess. We haven't heard any complaints about the bumpiness of quota. But this year, grabe ang bumpiness. Well, maybe siguro sa setup ng car. Diba? Aside from the bumpiness, tire drag ng Pirelli. Dun sa ano ni Yamboy nga laki-laki ng Pirelli. Diba? So, yun na nga. As to what Andy is asking, strategy-wise, medyo didn't play well for McLaren during during the US Grand Prix. But well, a podium is still a podium, di ba, for them. Well, anyway, could have been better.
Yeah.
Could have been better.
Jong,
Yep.
baka pwede natin bisitahin yung chat ba eh.
Yeah,
May magandang
here we
mga
go.
ano dito. Alright.
Shaira, welcome. I feel that McLaren fans have the most understanding F1 fans out there kasi even dun sa lowest point nila, the anger wasn't that evident among the fans. All right. I feel that they are the Boston Celtics version of F1. Nako, Lakers fan ako. Anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, actually, Shaira, I mean,
It's a very good
correct.
point.
You're correct, no?
It's a good analysis.
Nagkakilala kami ni Miles during the time of Mika Hakkinen, di ba, Miles?
Yeah, David Coulthard.
That was during the time when McLaren versus Ferrari
all
was
the
really,
way, all the time.
although, yeah. Kaya, yun. And then, pumasok na itong Williams. They are improving then. And then, during that time. Pero, I mean, during that time then, I was with BAR Honda, Jenson
Bar,
Button.
yeah.
Naalala
British
niyo?
American Racing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a
Kaya
question
yun,
here.
so-
Yeah. Kaya yun. Yam, may question dito. Ikaw
Okay.
dapat sasagot nito from Jezer Gandesa. Mga Purple Titos, question lang. Sino sa tingin nyo papalit kay Checo? Okay. Mr.
Okay,
Talyar TV.
Well, since nasa lineup na nila, I mean, I feel Dr. Helmut, no. Medyo nagkaroon sila ng konting error doon. They discovered Lawson was a very good driver, supposed to be. They already signed Daniel Ricciardo, so no more place for Lawson. So I hope kung babaklasin man nila si Checo, ipasok nila si Daniel Ricciardo doon, Lawson would take the seat of Daniel Ricciardo sa AlphaTauri kasi hindi din matanggal-tanggal ng Red Bull or ng AlphaTauri si Yuki Tsunoda because of the Honda engine. Kailangan may Japanese representation. So wala tayong magawa dyan. Kaya kahit magtantrum si Yuki Tsunoda, hindi pa din siya pwedeng mabaklas. So, yun. I think they made a mistake right there. Kasi supposed to be right now, they are thinking of a replacement. They are thinking of somebody they can build up to replace Max Verstappen. Just like what they did with Sebastian Vettel, pinasok nila si Daniel Ricciardo. And then, for Daniel Ricciardo, they prepared Max Verstappen, di ba? So, supposed to be ngayon, meron ng preparation for a new blood. Pero, puro matatanda ang nilalagay nila kasi parang nakita nila, kaya pa nating pigain si Max. So, yun. I mean, that's just my opinion. Pero, I hope Red Bull can find a new guy that they can build up to replace Max Verstappen. Kasi I think Max Verstappen is getting bored na. Masyado
Ayun.
na, wala nang challenge sa kanya, di ba? So, yun. Kasi, if it's too late, then wala na silang magawa. Nandiyan na si Oscar Piastri, di ba? And then, baka marami pang, or may magaganda pang mga ibang rookies na would make a name. starting like Oscar Piastri, ito yung first season niya, maganda kagad yung performance niya. So,
Yeah.
yun
Ito.
lang.
Ito yan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
si Christian Yanko, I think
Yep.
this is for the
He's addressing
sagot kay
Shaira's
kay
question.
Shaira. Mark din ate, ilang beses na kaming umaasa babalik sa taas. Yung patience namin is superb, superb. Like for real. Yes, but syempre we are real fans, so we have to, maintain
Yeah.
our composure and our teams will be able to
Yeah,
do good. Ah, Tapos-
mga sirs,
yeah, Miles, go.
okay. Napag-usapan kasi yung Checo, di ba?
Ito, sabi ni Shaira,
Ni Mr.
Bakit daw naging
Mr.
contender
Gandesa.
bakit daw naging
Bakit naging contender si
Yes.
Daniel Ricciardo, di ba? Anyway, ang tanong ko lang, bakit papalitan si Checo? Di ba? Why did the talks, bakit lumabas yung usapan na aalis si Checo? Well, for me, Checo wouldn't be leaving Red Bull. Kasi wala silang pwedeng ipalit. Yun ang akin.
tingin mo?
They cannot. They cannot replace Checo Perez is far from a Daniel Ricciardo. Diba? Considering yung setup ng car ngayon, diba? Well, it's a different car from before na where Daniel Ricciardo excelled, diba? It's a very different car, different geometry and everything. But anyway, I cannot see Daniel Ricciardo going to a Red Bull seat. Imposible naman din si Liam Lawson would go there, parang ililipfrag niya si Daniel Ricciardo. And meron lang akong isang pangalan na I forgot the name. Let me first check my sources. I forgot the name wherein he tried a Red Bull seat. I think he was the Formula champion. I forgot the name. Anyway, baka ma-remember ko lang kung ano yung pangalan. But well for me, Checo would still remain in a Red Bull seat for 2024.
Yeah.
Si Andy
Ito.
alam sasabihin. Go, take it away, D.
Andy,
Ewan ko,
ikaw. Kasi may sasabihin din ako. Sige,
Oh,
Di.
sige. Go ahead, Jam. Kasi ako, I just pick up bits and pieces all over the internet, no? Kasi it's a different time. It's a different situation these days being an F1 fan compared to say 20 years ago. These days, ang daming rumors and they spread like wildfire over the internet.
Yeah,
no?
every day.
I don't know if you guys have heard this, pero haka-haka lang, there are whispers in the wind, kumbaga, that Checo may or may not announce his retirement during or after the Mexican Grand Prix.
Which is next race, di ba? Tama ba? Brazil pa pala.
Yeah.
Next race na ba, Mexico?
Hindi, tama, Mexico na.
Pa-Mexico na tayo eh. So, we'll find out then. Pero, yeah, may mga ganun chismis na nagsa-circulate these days. I don't know how true it is, or I don't know how accurate it is. Pero, yeah, there is that kind of talk going around. Also, on the other hand, yeah, we have all seen yung decline ni Checo, no? Sad to say. Ewan ko bakit. I'm sure he has his reasons. And you can see the frustration, di ba? In his face. You can see the frustration every time he falls short. So, at this point, no, sa totoo lang, I really don't know about this whole Daniel Ricciardo thing. Some people are saying it's a ruse. They're saying na sinadya yan ni Dr. Marco para ma-motivate si Checo to do better. And it doesn't seem to have worked. So I don't know kung magpo-follow through sila sa plano na or sa rumor na Ricardo to Red Bull next year. Ewan ko. There's so many things happening at the moment na, di ba? It's hard to really pinpoint what's going to happen. But hey, this is why we love F1. It's so unpredictable. Ang daming nangyayari, di ba? It's part of the fun.
Well, ito naman sa akin Checo, hindi siya tatanggalin. However, because of personal reasons, kasi back in 2020, kailan ba nanalo si Max? 2021. Nagkaroon ng interview na may idadagdag sa calendar ang F1. So parami na ng parami ang race weekends. So sabi niya, probably ang limit niya is up to 22 or 23 lang. Pag madagdagan pa yan, hindi na niya kakayanin. Kasi he's from Mexico, masyadong malayo siya sa pamilya niya. The kids are growing. So probably it would be a personal thing rather than talsikin siya because he's not doing well. So yun lang sa akin, tama yung kay Andy na meron ngang chismis na baka mag-retire siya soon kasi nga next year parang ang daming karera sa calendar hanggang December next year, 'di ba? Ngayon hanggang November lang, last year hanggang November, pero next year up to December may karera. So probably yun, that would be the reason why Checo would be leaving F1, not because of his performance and Dr. Helmut Marko, but because of personal reasons. I mean,
Okay.
sinabi talaga niya yun sa interview So, well, let's see. Anyway, let's continue. Malapit na tayo matapos.
Yeah,
Alright.
okay.
Para maraming discussions pa with the viewers. Okay, so lap 28, McLaren led the Grand Prix for 28 laps before Max took over. So this one, this was after the second pit stop of the guys, of all the drivers. We can see here, lahat sila naka-hard. Leclerc, Verstappen, Norris, Lewis Hamilton here naka-mediums na siya, kaya maganda yung pace niya, maganda yung grip niya. He was able to take the drivers except for Max Verstappen, pero muntika na din niyang nakuha si Max Verstappen. Siguro mga isa't kalahating lap na lang kaya na niya. Right. So this one, once again, Max Verstappen took Charles Leclerc. And then here, eto na from fourth, he was on his way to from third, he was on his way to second. Nakuha na niya si
Norris.
Lando Norris dito, and then ito yung discussion ni Andy and Miles kanina na probably there was an error with the strategy of how
McLaren.
ano yung mga tires na gagamitin. Yeah. But here, very clear, Lewis Hamilton was on mediums. So, dito, medyo naawa ako kay Charles kasi, yun nga, we saw the pace of Charles right here. Hindi ganun kaganda, kaya naunahan siya ng teammate niya si Carlos Sainz. And then after that, he was asking, why did I let my teammate go? Let's discuss this after the race. I don't know, Charles, mabagal yung kotse mo. Wala nga namang... Kasi kung kung nasa likod pa din kung nasa likod pa din si Carlos, nauna pa din si Charles, yung pace niya medyo hindi ganun kabilis compared to Carlos. Tapos, okay, sige, Charles, mauna ka, ganito. Both would be in trouble because Perez naghahabol sa kanila. So, after this overtake of Carlos, si Checo na-overtake na din niya si Charles. So, imagine if hindi in-overtake ni Carlos Sainz si Charles dito. So, silang dalawa ang makukuha ni Checo. So, yun. Then after that,
Checker flag.
ito na. Checkered flag na. So, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, and Lando Norris ang top 3 natin for the US Grand Prix. So, here are the provisional results. Alright. Provisional lang kasi if you can see the results sa aking likuran, ano ba yun?
Mhm.
Ayun.
Yan. Aha.
Kabila.
Yan.
Yan.
It's Verstappen, Norris, and Sainz. Yan yung after na sa disqualification. Pero here we can see Max Verstappen, number 1, number 2, Lewis Hamilton, number 3, Lando Norris, then Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez, Charles Leclerc, George Russell, Pierre Gasly, Lance Stroll, and Yuki Tsunoda. And for the first time, papakita ko sa inyo ang 11 and below. We have Alexander Albon, Logan Sargent, Nico Hülkenberg, Bottas, Joe Magnussen, Ricardo Alonso, Piastri, and Ocon. Alright, then after the disqualification ni Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, because of the failed plank inspections, explain lang natin sandali. This is the wooden plank. This is how the stewards or the FIA check how low did the car go doon sa karera. So meron lang silang level of pudpud or level of anong term yan
Level of
di
wear.
sa English?
Where? Degrade.
Level
Level of wear.
where level of wear and degradation dun sa wooden plank na yan. However, nakita nila kay Charles Leclerc and kay Lewis Hamilton na mas malala ang wear nung kanilang planks than the other cars. So, ibig sabihin, the cars were set up lower than what was set by the rules when they introduced it during the Singapore Grand Prix. So that's why nagkaroon ng disqualification case, nagkaroon ng disqualification si Charles Leclerc and si Lewis Hamilton. So the new result is Max Verstappen 1, Lando Norris 2, Carlos Sainz 3, Sergio Perez 4, George Russell 5, Pierre Gasly 6, Lance Stroll 7, Yuki Tsunoda 8, and the 11 and 12 naging 9 and 10. We have Alexander Albon and of course ang unang-unang point ng
Logan
isang
Sargent.
American driver, Logan Sargent. Congratulations, sir! Nagkaroon ka ng isang puntos sa Grand Prix na ito.
In American soil
Pero
pa
ang
talaga.
tanong ko, guys,
Kung ano.
okay, may tanong ako. Bakit sa karera lang or sa Sunday race lang na disqualify si Lewis Hamilton and si Charles Leclerc? Bakit hindi kasama yung sprint na supposed to be kasama? Because after FP1, Parc Fermé rules na, Parc Fermé conditions na, hindi na pwedeng i-adjust, di ba? Kaya kanina, Miles, nagtanong ka dun sa Facebook natin na bakit sa race lang, bakit hindi kasama yung sprint? Ano kaya? Supposed to be dapat, di ba? Pati ang sprint damay. Andy, your thoughts?
Haven't really looked into that personally, no? Pero sa what I've learned lang because of the disqualifications, they do these inspections on 4 random cars after every race. Hindi ko alam kung bakit ginawa nila sa Grand Prix lang. Hindi ko alam kung ginawa nila sa sprint. I really don't know. Pero nagkataon lang na this time ang in-inspect ng FIA is yung mga front runners, and unfortunately 2 of those front runners nahuli nila na in breach of the conditions. So I really don't have a solid answer for this one, no, unfortunately. Hindi ako ganun I wasn't really following the story that closely, unfortunately. So maybe you guys in the comments, you guys watching our show right now, maybe you have a bit of an explanation. Do write it down in the comments. We'd love to hear anong nangyari.
Ako, I have a
Probably
piece for
we
that.
missed out something.
Yeah, ako, I have a
Yeah,
piece for
ikaw,
that.
John.
Actually, it's maybe because that the Grand Prix has the regular standard number of laps, which is 52 by 56. So compared to
yeah,
the sprint,
pwede,
which is
pwede.
19 only. So the more number of laps that is being run, the more that's going to degrade or the wear and tear. So I think yun na yun. So the more if it's slower, mas evident evident yung tear, yung wear and tear nung wood plank na yun. Of course, just to add as well doon sa sprint, kumbaga. Kumbaga sa sprint, kung the same wood plank ang ginamit nila sa sprint, hindi pa masyado yung nakunan. Pagdating dun sa 52 lap race, siyempre, sige tama sa kalsada, sa racetrack, then I think that's the thing. So the more it's the car running on the track, so the more it's kaya yun. I think that's the reason why. Because that's the only way they were able to find out why you go lower. It's because of the number of laps that you have run, then the number of times that is being rubbed on the racetrack surface. So basically yun. Though question again,
Kaya hindi na nila
bakit
sinali si
hindi nila
sprint.
sinali si sprint kasi doon nila malalaman yun na mababa yung mo. Although they have they still have a prerogative to not include the sprint because at the end of the day they have concluded that it's really very lower to the ground. So they have an advantage, something like that. So I think that's the All right.
Okay.
Actually, just before
So,
we proceed,
Jong.
no? Sorry, just before we proceed, no, just a little bit more on that remark from John, no, na yung difference between sprint and Grand Prix. As we all know, the cars are not being refueled mid-race, di ba? Yan na yung rule na yun. When you're looking at the sprint 19 laps versus Grand Prix na 56 laps, each car has to carry that much amount of fuel for so many laps, di ba?
Makes sense.
Obviously,
Yes.
when you're carrying fuel for 56 laps, mas mabigat yung kotse.
Compared to the sprint na 19 laps.
Compared to sa sprint na 19 laps lang. That may be one reason why. Ewan ko kung gaano ka-accurate yan, pero that may
Ito,
be one reason why kasi mas mabigat yung mga kotse.
Jeric
That
Venturina.
does not
full of-
explain bakit sila ang nahuli. At saka bakit sa sprint lang, sa sprint walang yung na-mention na inspection sa sprint. It does not explain it. Pero something to consider lang, mas mabigat yung mga kotse during your Grand Prix. Kaya mas makikita yung degradation. Let's go to the comments. May mga bagong comments dito. Jeric Venturina, the car is full of fuel on those initial laps. That's correct. Absolutely correct. So talagang yes, just going with what we said earlier, no, na mabigat sila during the initial laps. So tama yan. That will definitely make a difference. Grandeza, naawa sila kay Charles. Naawa naman. But kung naawa sila, I don't know. Talagang madi-disqualify pa rin talaga si Charles kasi nahuli lang talaga siya ng regulations natin. No? So, more heartbreak for Vitifosi, unfortunately. Sayang na sayang.
Another din, Adrian Chad Rodriguez, welcome back. After the sprint, nasa minimum pa ang wear, pero after the race, doon pa lang nag-below minimum. Yep, definitely. So that's the reason why, the number of laps.
Yep.
Miles,
Okay.
go.
Joe, let
Okay.
me also add. During this Grand Prix weekend, okay, there was the sprint race and there was the Grand Prix, di ba? Before sprint race, there is only 1 hour. There's only one FP1 practice. There's only one free practice session. So they only got 1 hour to set the cars properly to their liking, di ba? So hindi na si-set up ng maayos ang car. So it's like an trial and error or hit or miss thing when setting it up. Plus considering na it's really a bumpy track talaga ang Kota. So, yun na nga, mali ang setup nila. Kasi kung tataasan mo naman, di ba, you sacrifice something. If you make it too low, di ba, yun na nga. Baka mahuli ka ng FIA for setting it too low, di ba? So, yun na nga. Given the short time to really tweak their cars, di ba, nagkataon talaga na wala. mali lang yung setup nila. So they need. Kaya nga technically inamin naman ng Ferrari at ng Mercedes na okay, mali namin, sorry, diba? Let's move on to the next race na lang tayo. Kasi kung if they're really actually sa akin there's no intention naman to run it that low, di ba? Parang wala namang intention na mag-cheat, di ba? Setting it too low, di ba? Nasa sayo na yun eh. You set it too high or set it too low, di ba? Nasa sayo na yung tip. Tsaka, many people are also asking, bakit si Charles lang and si Lewis? How about their teammates, di ba? They're running the same car. Well, technically, they have the same car, but they have different setups, di ba?
Depende sa
FYI lang
driver.
sa ating mga FYI lang, depende yan kasi sa driver. Kasi unang-una, ang timbang, ang weight ng driver magkakaiba, ang preference nila ng magkakaiba ang mga drivers ng bawat team, di ba? So basically, they might run the same engine, they might run the same chassis and everything. They have the same aerodynamic package, but there are certain tweaks to their car that make Lewis' car is different from a George Russell's car. Yun na nga. Para sa akin, wrong tweak, wrong setup, kaya hindi naman nahuli. Nakita na mali yung setup nila, na lumabag sa rules ng FIA. Well, SH happens, man. Going on to the next.
Alright.
Yeah. Yung sa akin lang kasi, Jong, yung sa akin lang is, pag sprint weekend kasi, yung FP1 lang, doon lang talaga nila ma-set up yung kotse nila. So, ibig sabihin, yung setup ng car ni Lewis Hamilton and ni Charles Leclerc is the same for sprint and for the race. Hindi na nila nabago yon. So, nagtataka lang kasi ako kung bakit kung naka-set up na ng ganun kababa yung kotse nila sa race, ibig sabihin, yun din yung setup nila doon sa sprint. Kasi hindi na nila mapapakialaman yung kotse nila after the qualifying eh. Kasi, di ba, after qualifying, nag Q1, Q2, Q3 na. After that, wala na. Off limits na yung kotse for tweaks. So, ibig sabihin, kung ano yung tinakbo nila doon sa sprint, and yung doon sa race proper is the same setup. So bakit sa race lang sila may DQ, hindi doon sa sprint?
Makes sense.
Yun lang. All right. So just to end my analysis, the next race will be 2023 Grand Premio Ciudad de Mexico, October 30, 2023, 4 a.m. Huwag na kayong bumoto sa inyong mga barangay. Magpuyatan na lang tayo. Alright. Buti na lang, Philippine holiday, October 30.
4 a.m.
Ang kawawa is yung taga-Australia. Walang barangay dun eh.
Or 6 a.m.
So, Jong, before we
Sleep pa
continue,
naman.
baka pwede nating mapakinggan si Carlos Sainz dyan. Wala
Yeah.
bang Carlos Sainz.
Andy, when we come back, we're gonna do the what do you
The
call
question
that? The
and answer,
trivia
and-
questions. Okay.
All right.
Wait, sorry.
For me, I had always dreamed about being a Formula One Ferrari driver. The day I walked in, the first day as a worker in Ferrari, it was just something that felt a bit unreal. There is a mix of pride and responsibility. You need to keep challenging everyone around you, yourself, to keep making the car and the team stronger. And I see this drive and motivation inside Ferrari right now. We all have our challenges inside the sport, and some years you have more than others, but there's always something impeding you Probably my first years in Formula One, I was too switched on, too tense, thinking too much. You'll normally, the bad day, if it's not my fault, I'm super angry because I feel frustrated that there's something out of my control. But then the day after, it's easy. I put it behind. It's the days where you make a mistake that they stay on you for a bit longer, no? And it's where you need to have the capacity to analyze, to digest it, and then to put it behind. There's that guilt feeling always when you do a mistake because you are part of more than 1,000 people, you know, creating the car, creating the masterpiece, you know, that we get to drive every day. Even nowadays, you know, even days that you wake up with maybe not so happy about whatever is going on in your life, I always try to remind myself that I'm a Ferrari driver driving for Ferrari in Formula One, and I've achieved my dream, and this puts me immediately back into a great mindset.
All right. Thank you, Shell Helix and Shell V Power. Okay, so Miles, ano tong pinapakita mo ngayon?
Favorite advertisement ko talaga yung si Carlos Sainz.
Yeah.
Nakaka-touch up pa tayo ng makeup.
Yeah. All right. Guys, are you ready for the trivia contest? So tell your friends about it. We're going to do this one. We have 3 questions. It will appear on our comments. Then, aside from that, Andy will also mention the question. All right. Are we ready? We're going to give it out. First is the car shade from Shell Helix. So, Andy, are we ready?
Yes, we are. I'm going to post the first question in the comments right now.
Okay.
So the first question of the night is, who holds the most pole positions at the United States Grand Prix? USGP, hindi lang sa Circuit of the Americas, hindi lang sa Indianapolis, whatever.
Basta
United
US.
States Grand Prix.
United States Grand Prix. All right.
Driver's full name and number of poles. No more coasters,
Yes,
Shaira.
no more
Sorry.
coasters.
Nagpaparinig
Jerick
Paparinig.
Venturina, Christian Yango, Lewis Hamilton. We need the name and the
We
number
need the
of Grand
name
Prix.
and the
So,
number
yeah.
of pole positions, please.
Number of pole positions and
Klaro tayo dyan.
the driver's full name. Okay, so
Yep, driver's
Mali
full
po.
name and
Lewis
number
Hamilton is
of
not.
poles.
yeah,
Sa
Okay,
USGP.
Jong,
yeah, go.
while we're waiting for our viewers' answers, diba? I would also like to point out something during the US Grand Prix. I would like to commend Lance Stroll for doing a very good performance, diba? He came from the pits and he finished on points, diba? Top 10. So good job for Lance Stroll. Manong Fernando, nagka-DNF. Diba? So, good thing. Aside from surprise points for the Williams boys, there was this Lance Stroll from the Green Red Bull.
Ayun. Sorry to interrupt, Miles. We have a correct
Okay, no
answer.
problem.
Yes, we have a winner.
We have a winner.
Ayrton Senna.
Chad Rodriguez.
Yeah,
It
with
is Ayrton Senna with 5
5.
pole positions.
There we go. That's the helmet of Ayrton Senna right there. So, Adrian Chad Rodriguez wins the, what do you call this? The,
Adrian Chad, congratulations.
Yeah.
Congrats, sir.
Sa dami mo ng premyo na napanalunan sa amin, siguro pwede ka nang magtayo ng tindahan. Boutique. Hindi, ganito na lang, Jong. Make it, pirmahan mo yung, sign something. So, it would make the item more
What do you
valuable
mean?
dahil may pirma.
Ano yun?
May pirma nito. Yung
All right,
items na
Jeric,
nakalagay
yes.
mo.
I'm glad that you got your toolkit already. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Jarina Segundo, Miss Hamilton 104. No, we already have a winner. That's Arton Senna, 5 pole positions of the United States Grand Prix. All right. Question number 2, Andy. Here we go.
Nicely done. Okay, we have our second question of the night coming up right now.
Here we go.
So, second question of the night. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc holds the fastest lap time around Kota with 1 minute 36.169. In what year did he get this record?
Yeah. Okay. What year did Charles Leclerc got this 1 minute 36.6169?
Free
What
clue,
year?
Ferrari na siya during this time.
Ferrari. All right. Christian Yango,
Ayun,
2019.
Christian Yango. 2019. Correct.
All right.
Nicely done,
Christian
sir.
Yango
Oh!
commenting on
2019.
YouTube.
All right, Christian. Congratulations.
Perfect.
2019,
Nice job, sir.
yes.
You win a prize.
You win a t-shirt. Okay.
Sinusulat na talaga ni John para sigurado.
Yeah, para sigurado. Christian, can you message us in the Purple Sector Facebook page? Thank you so much for commenting that one on YouTube. So, you won 2019 year, Shaira. Medyo late ka. So, Charles Leclerc got this time in 2019. So, Christian, paki-message na lang kami sa address. I think, I'm not sure if you already won. So, just making sure. Message us with your address and
Send your
cellphone
details
number.
na lang.
Alright,
nonetheless,
details.
Just to be sure.
Okay, last question. You're gonna win the toolkit. So,
Ito,
yun.
toolkit.
All right.
Maganda yan.
Here we go. Question number 3.
Okay, we have the last question of the night going up right now.
What is the total track
Question,
length?
what is the total track length of the Circuit of the Americas? Circuit of the Americas. Kota.
Kota. Yeah.
How long is Kota?
In kilometers, Andy?
Kilometers yan, ha?
Medyo late na si Zarina.
Dapat
Chad.
miles.
Andy?
Dapat miles kasi nasa US
Ang
yan
bilis ni Adrian Chad Rodriguez with 5.513 kilometers. That is correct, sir.
Yes.
Ang bilis.
Grabe. Adrian and the toolkit.
Nice one.
All right.
Congrats,
Okay.
sir. You win another.
So, great. You have to, si Shaira, miles ang nilagay niya. So, kilometer na lang. Tama yung kilometer.
Kinig ka kasi ka, Miles, eh.
Okay. So, congratulations to the winners. So, I think, guys, yes, thank you for the comment. Meron na. We already have a winner. 5513 kilometers.
We have a winner.
Okay.
Adrian Chad Rodriguez, 5.513 kilometers.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah. I think, guys, Yamboy, we have 4 races to go. Yes, welcome. Setup for Tiday kasing bilis ni mo. Okay. Yeah. I think we already have 4 races to go na lang ba or 3? Brazil, Mexico,
Dali,
Brazil. Apat
we
na,
have
apat pa.
Mexico, Las Vegas, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi.
Apat pa. Mexico,
Tama, di ba?
Las Vegas,
Apat.
Brazil, Abu Dhabi. So we have 4. Christian Yango, pwede na magtayo ng grocery si Adrian. Yeah. Ayun. Shaira, 4.
I
Yun.
don't
Yeah,
know
4.
also.
Thank you. Okay, guys. I think we're just gonna finish all of the Shell goodies for the year. So maybe next year we're gonna give more goodies for our trivia. So I think Yamboy has already prepared some few, and for
Yeah.
us as well, we're gonna look for more prizes to be given away for next year. So stay tuned for that. Since that we already have 4 races left, so I think we're just gonna finish with the shell goodies. So yun, that's it. So ano lang, antay-antay lang tayo. And maybe on the last, maybe Yam, we could do something. Merc shirt, yes, hopefully. Hopefully. Helmet? Oh no.
Helmet.
Magagawa na to pag mga team
John,
t-shirts
John,
na.
ganito.
Yeah.
Gusto ng mga nanonood natin na viewers na bumalik ka manood ka ulit ng Grand Prix para makakuha ka ulit ng maraming coasters.
Ganda yan. Ayan, kay Yamboy. Maganda.
Yeah, Petronas. Ayun, I have that
Nice.
as well.
Cute naman.
Where is it? Ayun, no?
2013. 2013 Sepang.
Sepang, yeah. Wow. Sige lang, we're gonna
Sentimental
look for that
value
one.
yan.
Yeah, Sena sa likod. Yeah.
Yan
Sena
daw yung
Mikaken.
pamigay mo.
Yeah, no, it's very expensive. Okay. So guys, thank you so much for
Priceless
joining
and
us. Congratulations to all the winners. Yes, we're gonna look for a way for us to be able to, give you good prices for next year, and maybe on the last live broadcast that we're gonna do. I'm an F1 fan, mga 15 years na. I'm happy meron ganito ngayon. Yes, Jarina Segundo, thank you so much for joining. We're also very glad that you found us and you found us here. So tell your friends about it. Kung meron ka pang mga kaibigan na na pagsabihan mo na lang nandito tayo. So maybe on the last broadcast, Abu Dhabi, we're gonna give out that sample Yam, no? Tingnan natin.
Yeah. We can.
Yeah, so we can.
Enjoy yun. I think ang mga mananalo nun is itong mga biyahedor, no?
Yeah.
Bigay ko na lang sa inyo yung
Clue.
We will have a limited edition baggage tags with a twist. May F1 pa din. So at least pagdating ninyo sa airport, ang nakakaintindi ng bag ninyo is F1 fans din.
Yeah.
So, very exciting. Excited ako. Ginamit ko na sa Japan, Jong.
Ganun?
Ginamit ko na sa Japan. Oo.
Sino ginamit?
Talaga natawa yung isang, he was wearing his Red Bull cap
Yeah.
sa Terminal 1. Tapos nakita niya yung bag ko. Sabi niya, sir, saan ka kumuha niyan? Sabi ko, manood ka ng Purple
The
Sector.
Purple
Bigay ko sa iyo.
Okay, Christian Yanko, thank you so much for joining as well. So tell your friends about
thank
it.
you,
Thank you for
Christian.
community. Bye. Thank you. Okay, guys.
Thank you very much.
Before we go, Yamboy.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And I hope you learned something. And if not, I hope you were entertained. Last 4 races of the season. On the last race coverage of the Purple Sector, we promise you we will be giving away those limited edition baggage tags sa inyo. So, yun. Looking forward to Mexico. I hope Checo will be the first Mexican to win a Grand Prix in his hometown or in his country, sa home country. So, yun.
Sana
Alright,
pagbigyan
so-
ka ni Verstappen.
Good luck.
Alright. Miles?
Kahit hindi pagbigyan, bahala na. Alright, Miles.
Okay, thank you guys for joining us again on this Tuesday night. Whether you watch us in Facebook or in YouTube. And see you again next week on the next post race for Mexico. And if you happen to, kung medyo bored na kayo at gusto nyo pa rin ng more F1 stuff, head on over to the official Facebook page of the Purple Sector. Facebook, napin nyo lang, type search nyo lang, the Purple Sector, makikita nyo na. So, once again, thank you guys, and catch you guys on the next one. Bye!
Alright. Andy?
All right, thank you everyone for joining us for our show tonight. This has been the Purple Sector, and this has been our breakdown show for the United States Grand Prix. Remember, guys, it's a triple header, no? So we have another episode next Tuesday after the Mexican Grand Prix. So hopefully we will see you all then. Until then, everyone, stay safe. Have a good night.
All right, so that's it tonight. Thank you so much for those who join us in the comments. We are glad that join us in the comments, and congratulations to all the winners. So maraming salamat to the three gentlemen in this show. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week after the Mexican Grand Prix. So good night, everyone. If if you're going home, drive safely and good night. Andy, good night. Yes, good night na pala dyan sa iyo din. All right, guys.
Good
Maraming
night.
salamat. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you again next week.
Bye.